Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And there's Porter down here by Roxbury Crossing. One of my viewers had asked me what were those big boxes at the bottom of the light pole. So I'm gonna do a video on that, showing you exactly what they are. Basically, what it is, it's the new antennas for the 5G, and they've been doing it for the last, wow, at least the last maybe 10 years. They've been doing this all around the city of Boston. So at the very top is it's like a directional antenna basically, and then you have your light fixture. Up here they have the box actually on the pole itself. So inside that box is like the they call it the radio transceiver. So it transmits and receives the signal for the 5G. And down here you just have the base. Now that's one of many styles that they have. If we walk across the street, I believe they got one on the other side over there, if I'm not mistaken. So I can get across without interfering with traffic here. Alright, let's make a quick walk across. So this is a different style, but same concept. You have your directional antenna on top, and you have your light fixture. So that's the directional antenna for the 5G signal. And you have the light, and then you come down, and there's your box for your transceiver there. There's one that they just dropped off last week. I'm gonna show you the base of it. They haven't installed it yet, but it's right here. Now, the more you get closer to like a thickly settled area, they put more up, because they got to meet the demand of signal strength and all that good stuff. So this one they dropped off like, I want to say a week ago. They haven't put the pole on yet, but normally right next to it, it'll be a light pole that looks just like this one. And you see them all around the city. They're like side by side with a regular light pole. So that's basically what that is. One of my viewers had asked me what that pole or that box was at the bottom of the light in the south end, and that's basically what it is. It's just a you can't open it up. They probably got this one locked. You need a special key to open it, like one of those security torques, security hex, I should say. But they're all over the city of Boston. If you go down by the hospital district or any like housing development, usually they're not too far from there, because they got to service that the population of that area. And 5G is a new technology that's been out, but they've been trying to roll it out in the last 5 years. It's not fully effective in the city of Boston yet, but there is spots that do have 5G activation already. It's basically, how can I describe 5G in a nutshell? It allows you or allows the signal to directly aim at your cell phone directly, so you don't have to travel like to so many cell towers back. So what it does, it kind of senses the position of where your phone is located, and it locates you to the closest tower. And it's like beamforming. They call it beamforming. So it'll take 3 signals off of an antenna and get the strongest one and gather it that way. There's more to it than that, but it's kind of hard to explain because it gets really, it's kind of difficult. But it's, it is what it is. It's 5G. And then they got 6G that they trying to roll out too. Somebody said, hey, I don't know who the heck that was, but maybe it was the guy on the bike. I don't know. All right, that's basically what it is. And they're all around the city. So and they have to be stationary every 300 yards, I believe. So every 300 yards, they put one of these antennas, because they can't rely on just the antenna in this location alone. So if you walk down the street, within 300 yards, you'll come across another one. And then another one, every 300 yards. Sometimes they're closer than that, but the furthest apart, I think they are 300 yards. And that's basically that 5G technology in a nutshell. It's a lot more to it, because it's not fully active. So there's going to be a lot of stuff on those waves. Like, wow. Self-driving cars will be on those frequencies. Some drones may be on those frequencies. Some garage door openers could be on those frequencies. Some Wi-Fi accessories may be on those frequencies as well. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff on that 5G. It basically allows the spectrum to be opened up to a lot more stuff, because you're not using it as a long distance. It's more of like a short distance transceiver. And yeah, we just keep an eye on it. So that's what that is. You see those little bases at the bottom of the light posts. It looks like one of these things right here. Sooner or later they might put a pole on top of this just to make it look better. But I don't think they even tied this in yet. This been dropped off like a couple of weeks ago. They might have tied it in as far as into the ground, but I don't think they actually finished putting a pole on it. So that's that. That's what that is. You see a lot more of these around as the spectrum gets a little more crowded. So that as needed, they put them as needed. And one thing to point out too, the reason why they put it here, first of all, you have a college that's right here. That's Roxbury Community College. And down the street, you have the Madison Park School and I believe it's the O'Brien School down there. You got the Reggie Lewis Center right there. And then also you got the train station right here. So that has to take up a lot of usage of people using cell phones. Typically the 4G technology, if you look on top of a tower, you see the antennas on top of a tower. Like, I don't know if you can see that tower in the background there. So I can zoom in on it. There's a tower right there. I'm not going to be able to zoom in on it. But on top of that domino sign, there's a tower right there that has all kind of 4G. And they've been upgrading it to 5G a little bit as they go along. That tower is right there on Terrace Street. If you go to the back side of the what's that? The Southwest Corridor there. It's right up there. But those towers are all around the city. Some of them are decorated. They look real nice, like bricks. Some look like trees. Some look like rocks. But they kind of been hidden in the city for years. Most people don't notice it because they don't see it. They don't know where they are. But they've been in the city for years. They're everywhere. You look up in the sky, you see them if you're looking for them. But I just want to let my viewer know that that's what that box is. It's just a transceiver inside of it. As far as I know, it's nothing really harmful. It does give off some degree of radiation, but nothing that I can say that's harmful to you if you're not exposed to it directly. If you're directly up at the antenna, of course you're going to get some kind of exposure. But from that's a good question. How much wattage is that giving out too? Because it's not so much the frequency, it's the wattage that actually gets you. I don't know. I got to find out how much wattage those put out. I was told they're supposed to put out less than a watt, but I could be wrong on that. Like, they're not supposed to put out a whole lot of wattage. Now, if they're putting out 10, 15, 20 watts, that could be kind of dangerous. But if they're putting out less than a watt, then that's like almost the wattage of your garage door opener or something like that, or a remote control or something. All right, guys, enough of that. Until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Nez Porter.